Do you remember the moment? I mean, how did you connect with Alexander Payne? Because obviously, about Schmidt in Nebraska, two things that
very important.
Very
in my
important.
Life.
We love you so much.
Yeah.
But do you remember meeting him for the first time, and also when you knew this was great chemistry for an actor and a director?
Yeah. Well, to be honest, it was very difficult to get them to look at me for About Schmidt. My agents tried and tried. They were in L.A. and going to shoot in Nebraska, and I was in New York, and they really didn't want to use New York actors. They ended up, I think, using one or two, but not very many. And they kept saying, no, we're not interested, we're not interested. Finally, I think my agents wore them down, and they said, yeah, just send us a tape, send us a tape. So I sent them a tape. And Alexander told me later, the minute he saw that tape, he knew I was About Schmidt. He knew I was the role. And so I what do you say to someone like that? Well, you should have seen me weeks before. So
Idiot.
anyway, that they actually had someone that they were interested going to go with because they didn't feel they had it. And I came along, so he hired me for it. Then for Nebraska, Alexander thought I was the little lady from About Schmidt. So they were not interested again. And the casting director kept saying, well, of course Alexander loves her and knows her, and I know her and love her, but she's not right. She's not right.
They didn't think you were salty enough?
Yeah,
for
I think that. But they just thought
Nebraska?
that they saw me as the little lady from About Schmidt, and that was it. And so finally, again, my agents wore them down, and they said, oh, God, tell June to send us a tape. So I had the script, and I taped, I think, 2 or 3 scenes. And they called right away, said, well, you've got it.
Oh, wow. Wow.
So, and we didn't really even talk that much about it, Alexander and I. But I knew in About Schmidt that this was a director that, I understood, and I felt he understood me.